Lol. Alright, today's Tuesday. I don't really want to talk much about Monday. So what happened Monday? Yeah, yesterday I didn't make a video because I ended up losing my self-control to a complete other level. I ended up full porting my account multiple times until I hit a max drawdown. So I lost about 1,400 on the funded account yesterday. Yeah, that one really hurts. I didn't do very well. Did not follow my rules whatsoever. So yeah, I fucking full ported my account again. So it wasn't great. I didn't feel like making a video about it. I was pretty dead set on full porting the rest of my account the second that like 6 p.m. hit and the market opened again, but I didn't. What I ended up doing was buying a 100k eval on Alpha Futures because I don't know. I thought I would be able to do good on that. And I was kind of in the mood to rank up a little bit here, so it didn't go very well today, as you can see, which is really unfortunate. Yeah. Very unfortunate here. Anywho, so what did I ended up doing here today? I took a short. My overall daily bias was exactly what happened. I was looking for shorts mostly because of a bearish SMT that was formed on here from this high here on ES. So we were looking bearish on an SMT here for NASDAQ. I ended up marking out these lows around here. It should have been a little bit lower, but whatever. And yeah, then these highs around here. So what ended up happening? I had a fair value gap that was formed here. Pretty sure on like the 3-minute and like a little bit on the 5-minute here. So I had a fair value gap formed. I ended up blowing through it and basically a break of structure to the downside here, and I entered. I put my stop loss above this, and then I targeted these lows that I marked out for almost a 3-to-1. These were the lows from earlier here. They could have been a little bit lower, but actually I was kind of hoping they'd be a little bit higher because yeah, that didn't work out. So if I had shrunk this to about a 2.5 roughly, I think I could have hit that. Which is something I might start feeling a little bit more comfortable doing, is just doing it at 2.5. I don't know. It seems to be something I don't know. I think overall I took a good trade. I think it was a really, really solid trade. I was targeting these lows around here. I put a little bit higher than the low because I don't want to get like wicked out again like last time. Targeting these here. Stop loss above this, a good 3-to-1 roughly. I feel like this was a pretty solid trade. Unfortunately, it didn't play out. I was risking 1,000 out of my 4,000 drawdown to get 3,000. This is an eval, so I'm going to risk a little bit more to try to pass it. I had set my stop loss to break even around here, where I was pretty much already at a 2-to-1, so I set it to break even, which is something I think I'm going to stop doing because I feel like every time I set my shit to break even, it either goes wicks my break even and then goes down to take my stop loss, which pisses me, my take profit, which pisses me off, or it hits my break even, goes back down, and then I'm pissed and I re-enter a trade because of it anyways, and then I end up losing 1,000 anyways. For me, it feels like every time I put it to break even, it just doesn't work. I either get break even when I could have won, or I end up re-entering anyways because I feel like I could have won. So in this case, this was a good break even, but usually I'm just not able to really just let it be, especially because I hit break even and then it started dropping like this. I was really upset, and then it tapped into my little fair value gap. It continued to go downwards on this red candle, so I re-entered, stop loss here, down to here. It stopped me out. I lost 1,000 instead of breaking even. So to be honest, I think that just not having break even, in this case it would have had the same outcome, and in a lot of cases it just hits me break even without a... It hits the break even and then it continues to go down to my take profit anyways. So it never really helps. I feel like it either doesn't help at all, or it just makes the situation worse because then I get tilted. So I think I might just stop putting it to break even and instead just start re-entering positions. So like if I risk 10 here, I'll buy another 2 here, another 2 here, another 2 here, and then just follow with 1,000 loss. It is riskier. Yes, it is riskier, but it also increases my take profit here, and in the end I only lose 1,000 anyways. So to be honest, comes out to the same, and it increases my take profit, and if I lose 1,000 I'm okay with it. That's what I was willing to risk, unlike yesterday. Anywho, on this account here I was pretty much set on blowing it. I was I blew 1,400 yesterday, and I was like, okay, fuck this, I'm done. I took the same exact trade at the same time as this one here, but I just targeted this low, which was a little bit higher up. It was towards here instead of down here. I targeted this one because I can't really make over 1,000 on this account because of consistency, which is 35%. So I stopped it at around 1,000. I had risked a lot because I had like $600 left on the account, and I said, fuck it, let's go. So it was a pretty tight trade, but it worked out. I am back in the running on this account, surprisingly. It is very upsetting because I've been on this account for about 2.5, 3 weeks. 2 weeks, realistically. And there was only 2 days out of the 10 trading days that I fucked up. And if those 2 didn't happen, I'd be requesting a payout today. Which is crazy to think that just 2 days of mistakes out of like 8 other consistent days goes from payout to about $600 profit. It's crazy how much one day of not controlling your emotions, not following your rules, it's insane to see just how much that fucks me over. I'd literally be requesting my first ever payout today. It's crazy. But instead I'm sitting here with a $600 profit out of 3,000. So it's tough. It is tough, but I was expecting to blow this account today due to yesterday, which I didn't. We're back in the running, and I'm going to continue relaxing, following my rules, and trading both of these accounts together. Today was a really big shame. This would have been my biggest trading day ever, of a $4,000 profit across 2 accounts. This by far would have been my best trading day. I came very close, but not close enough. Yeah, I probably should have had the same take profit level as this one here, but I think also when I'm setting take profits, I think I want to set them at the top of the candle closure instead of the wicks, just to be safer. because I see that a lot. It tends to reverse around candle closure instead of the wicks. So I feel a little bit more confident setting my take profits at these levels here instead of here, just in general. I think it might shrink my risk to reward a little bit, but I think it's a better idea, especially because not a lot of days have very large wicks like this. I think I won't lose that much risk for a lot safer of a bet. So I think that'll help me in the long run. So I'm gonna start doing that because yeah, if I did that, that would have been a great day. I would have made money on that trade over here for like not much less of a risk. So yeah, I think that might have been my play about here. Yeah, look at that, and then just take a 2.3, which is phenomenal. This very well could have been my best trading day ever. $4,000 profit, came really close. Oh well, it is what it is. My main thing I'm not happy about is getting hit at break even and then re-entering. I really need to calm down and follow my rules to the T, because I would not be down 1,000 today. I'd be at break even. Once again, just shows just how one little break of rules and a re-entry past 11 o'clock never works out for me. So yeah. A lot of things I could have done better today, but overall I'm very proud of my trade. I think it was a really solid entry. I liked it a lot. It was, it was a little bit early in the day, yes, but you got an inversion here, retest into it, a pretty clear low that we're trying to target. It's past 10 o'clock. It was a good trade. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the outcome of this trade, minus the fact that I re-entered. I'm very happy that my account is back up. Today's Tuesday. We got 3 more days of the week. I will be working those 3 days, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, let's keep following my rules and see if we can pass this eval, shall we? Would be nice. Would be nice. Hello. Wednesday. Let's see how we did. Yeah, we made about 2.1 thousand on the evaluation here. So yesterday I was at like 99. So we did a good 2.1, 2.2 thousand, not too sure exactly. Pretty simple trading wise. I was getting ready for work. Didn't want to give it that much time of the day. So pretty much just simply put, was watching the charts when it opened. It had a quick drop down, sweeping out London session lows, I believe they were. I think so, yeah. Sweeping it out, and then it started to go back up towards this fair value gap that I had marked, which was I don't know, what was it, like a 15-minute? Yeah, 15-minute fair value gap. So it kind of crashed down below, swept Asia lows, climbed back up, went into this fair value gap, rejected off of this point here, plummeted back down. I smacked a good short, dang, right about here, and targeted right about here, I think it was. It was a little wider than that. I think I entered off of 1 minute. Is that what happened? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think I entered off the 1 minute closure, like around here, some around these lines. Just targeting a previous low from over here. And yeah, played out nicely. I wanted to catch the main move of the day, and I was rushing to go to work. This was pretty much directly at 9:30. It's not my strategy at all. I don't like trading this early in the morning because of high volatility. But I mean, the setup just looked so beautiful that I just had to take it. And also, I was like on my way to work rushing, and I don't want to be staring at the charts all day and making a stupid mistake. So if I could take the trade as soon as possible, that'd be great. There's probably a setup around here somewhere, and then kind of like a continuation around 10 o'clock. But in and out, market opened, bam bam, on to tomorrow. Don't need to make it too complex while I'm working. So yeah. Hello. Thursday, yeah. Here to recap another very disappointing day on the charts, because that's what we love to do out here. So, instead of following my rules, I took 3 trades today. Here they are. Let's ignore the first one for now, because that's irrelevant. On the funded account, I lost a little bit over $500, even though my max risk is $350. So what ended up happening? Pretty clear downtrend for the day. I was kind of seeing that. I was hoping for maybe a little bit of a push up, so I was ideally looking for a retracement so we can come target some lower lows, maybe around like here to here. So that's kind of what I was looking to target for the day, and my bias was pretty straightforward. I was like, all right, just give me a retracement after this opening catastrophe. So I was just looking for a retracement around to here and then continuation to the downside. I just damn near got it. So what ended up happening is, why is this on my... yeah, so I was going down, and then I had a retracement. Now, this could not have been like a more clean retracement. We form a 5-minute fair value gap here, we push into here, we reject about 3 damn times. Where's the chart? Where's the chart? I end up entering around here, after it tapped in, closed red, continued down. I had a target here, one of my lines, I don't know where it went, doesn't matter. It went back up into here, continued going down. I started feeling confident. Psych. Shot right back up, inverse that. At this point, I'm like, shit, okay, well, this is starting to look like an uptrend. So maybe we're going to come reach some of the higher highs somewhere else. I forgot what I was targeting, but doesn't matter again because we inversed it just to get shot down once again. Yeah, so that was great. My initial bias for the day was correct, but the retracement was a hell of a lot larger than I was expecting, stopping me out here. And then because this inversed, I was like, okay, I guess we're going long, and then I just kind of jumped into a long, mostly out of rage. But then it inversed it again. It went down once again. Closed through here, closed under it. I had a retracement into it on the 1 minute. I'm not going to go back and find that. No, fuck off. It tapped back into it, and then I entered. Stop loss was here. Take profit was like down here for a 3-to-1. And that one actually worked out. So I made about 3,000 on the 100K eval. Which is overall, it's a great, but I took 3 trades pretty much back to back to back. Like the second I got stopped out of this one, I just re-entered downward. So it kind of felt a lot more like gambling today, even though like I made a really significant win on the evaluation here. I'm like $800 away from passing this thing, so a significant win, on the eval, a $500 loss on the funded, which is starting to really get to me because it's been over 2 weeks and I'm up $400. It's starting to get exhausting. But whatever, keep pushing. To be honest, like, this trade was really good. I'm happy with this trade, even though it didn't work out. I would have just been really happy to not take this quick trade and then take another trade with my eval if I were to allow myself to take 2 trades in a day. This trade was stupid. Rushing into a third one was stupid. Overall, I probably could have waited a little bit longer because this was like directly at like fucking. I took the trade at 9:50. You could excuse an entry at like 10 a.m., which just doesn't really follow my rules. The best trade of the day was around 10:25 to 10:30, which is like literally my favorite time to take a trade. A little bit more patience could have done me well today, but overall I'm proud of this trade. Very disappointed in this trade. Very disappointed in the fact that I risked more than I wanted to. But on the bright side, we're on our way to pass our second eval, which would be 2 past evals in a row after blowing like 20. So I'm starting to see a shift. Things are starting to line up, starting to feel like my hard work is paying off. I just need to stop being so stupid and stay consistent. And I think we can start doing some good shit, but time will tell. Hello. Today is Friday. And I fucked up. Yeah, I fucked up pretty bad. I lost all self-control. Hello. Can I make this bigger? Oh, shit. So, lost all self-control. Last we left off yesterday, I had a 100k eval at 105,000, about $800 away from passing the eval, and my funded account was at 50,500, so far away from any payouts. And my personal savings account, which is in the market, was at 2,700. As of now, the 100k evaluation is no longer existent. My personal savings account is down about $400. And I'll show you the funded in a second here, but that's what happened. A good old day of gambling on the markets. Really nothing else to it. It was just gambled. I gambled away everything like a fucking idiot. Yesterday, or I don't know, the day before, I was like, holy shit, I'm finally seeing progress. I might pass 2 evaluations in a row. After all this work, I'm finally seeing progress. I'm controlling my emotions better. Saying that shit like fucking yesterday. And it comes as no surprise that that was too good to be true. So, yeah. I'm like not even mad or surprised at this point. I expected it. It's like there was no way that this was it and I was starting to turn profitable. I couldn't believe it for myself. had a feeling a reality check was coming, and here it is. Yeah. So, very disappointing once again. That adds to evaluation number 20 something of blown evals. Adds to the almost $10,000 of money lost in the markets in like 6 months. Yeah, it's that was just straight gambling, and clearly I'm not past that. So there's the reality check I was waiting for. I mean, I guess I'll show some shit here. Shrink this back down. Yeah. Alpha Futures 100k eval is gone. I blew $5,200 on one trade. I simply just yeah, so I woke up once again rushing, trying to go to work. 9:30 opens, it goes down. I say fuck it, let's go. I'm not gonna wait for my strategy. I'm not gonna wait for jack shit. Market moving down, ain't no way it's gonna stop. Let's go. 9:30 opens, and I full port to the downside. I'm trying to catch my take profit here, and I had my stop loss about here. This was on the 100k eval. My entry was around here. Yeah, and then it started climbing back up, and I just started pushing up my stop loss, pushing up my stop loss, pushing up my stop loss, and then I eventually just took the whole stop loss off and said, fuck it, you know what, I don't care anymore. There was a phenomenal entry around here with this retracement to go up. It was around 10:20, my favorite time to trade. I didn't give a shit. I saw that when I was like down $2,000 at this point, and I said, whatever, let's keep riding. Didn't care. I let it ride, and I think it ended up blowing my account around here, about $5,000 in the red. Yeah, because there's no max drawdown on the day here on Alpha Futures. So yeah, there goes the account. $800 away from passing, all the way back down to fucking blown. Yeah, that happened. Anyways, the second that happened, I hopped on the funded account, pretty much willing to just blow everything I have as well. I kind of had given up at that point, and I shot my shot at a long around here. It went up. I full ported max leverage. Take profit was like 3 ticks higher, and I made 1,000. It stopped me. I stopped myself out at 1,000 because the funded account, you know, the consistency rule won't let me take a payout if it's over 1,000. So I hit it, and then I was like, well, I guess I still have something, so I locked myself out. So yeah, I still have the funded account, up 1,000 on the day. Not for anything like good. It was just a lucky full port. I also shorted on my personal account, and yeah, that sucked. So blew a good chunk out of my savings. Not surprising. Saw this coming. No way I was flipping profitable. I needed that reality check. And here it came. So yeah. Yeah. I have serious issues with losing. As you can see here. Losing day. I fucking full ported the thing. Here I controlled myself, but I already recapped this saying I took the stupid trade at like 9:30 in the morning, lost when there was a clear setup at like 10:20. I recapped that last week, so this was once again not following my rules. And here again I over leveraged, re-entered a trade. Yeah, you can see today it was just pure full port, 21 trades. This wasn't. I was just adding more to my trade. But yeah. Clearly have zero self-control. I swear to God. Can't control myself for the life of me. And went straight back into gambling. Not surprising. Not surprising. There's really nothing else to say, but psych, you thought, you know, haha, thought you'd be profitable. That's never gonna happen. Extremely disappointing once again. Extremely not surprising. Literally nothing else I could say. It's just reality check. You still suck. Can't control your emotions. I guess on to next week, right?